Yes, yes, yes. Good morning, good morning, good morning. You know what it is, you know what it ain't, you know what it could be. It's your man Cheatum, Cheatum, and we're back. We're back with another episode. Not sure what we calling it yet, but we're gonna call it something. Just want to let you know that I am back. So let's get right into it. All right. Last night was a hell of a fucking night. We're gonna go ahead and take care of, speaking about the GOAT. He did LeBron James, the LA Lakers. They did exactly what we thought that they would do. They would take care of Houston in game 6, go ahead and advance to the next round to see the Thunder. Now, the Cleveland versus Toronto game was also pushed to a game 7 with a 3-point shot at the end by RJ Barrett, giving them the score of 112 to 110 against the Cleveland Cavaliers, leaving 1.2 seconds left. All right, that's cool. What happened in the city of Orlando last night, they'll never forget it. What happened in the city of Orlando last night, they will never, ever, ever, ever forget it. The Orlando Magic left the city of Orlando something to remember for the rest of their lives. What happened last night was worse than Courtney Lee missing the alley-oop layup to win the game in Game 1 versus the Lakers in the finals. It was worse than that, folks. It was worse than that. What happened to the Orlando Magic last night was worse than when Shaquille O'Neal left the Magic to go to L.A. and win a championship. It was worse than that, what happened last night for the Orlando Magic. The city of Orlando will never forget what happened to them last night. The Orlando Magic in Game 6, given an opportunity to close out the series, the 8th seed against the 1 seed, Detroit Pistons, opportunity to close out the series and move on to the next round and wait for their opponent between the Toronto Raptors and the Cleveland Cavaliers, blew it. They blew it. The Orlando Magic was up 22 points at the half. 22 points at the half. Let me remind you, for those who don't know, I'm in the city of Orlando. Okay? I'm in the city of Orlando. I was looking at the tickets, trying to decide, you know what? These boys are going to close it out. Let me see what the tickets looking like. The tickets were not bad prices, but there was no tickets to buy. let me say that again. There were no tickets to buy in the lower bowl last night for the Orlando Magic because the city knew this game is over. The city knew the Orlando Magic are moving on to the second round, and I believe the Orlando Magic can beat Cleveland or Toronto. I believe that. I truly do. The Orlando Magic had a 22-point lead last night against the Detroit Pistons going into the half. The Magic scored 19 points in the third and fourth quarter combined last night, giving up a 22-point lead that they had over the Pistons, Pistons winning the game by 13. I want you to think about that. The Magic couldn't hit the ocean. The Magic didn't make a shot. From when the third quarter started, the Magic didn't make a shot for the next 18 minutes of that game. This is really bad. The Magic got their points. Yo, I don't think you guys understand what happened last night to the Orlando Magic, and it's really bad. I want you guys to know they will be going, and I'm a Heat fan. Sorry, I'm a Heat fan, so I love it. This is amazing that I got to experience this. The Magic left us with something to remember forever, because there is no way in hell that they go up to Detroit, Michigan, and pull a win off. There's no way that they go up to Detroit, Michigan, and are able to tell us what's on Grasher and 7 Mile. For those who know what's on Grasher and 7 Mile, the Orlando Magic will not be able to do that. When I tell you the Detroit Pistons will have that place rocking over there in Michigan, all white Buffies, and the girls wanna, if you know, you know. The place is going to be lit. They're going to be buffed up. The Magic have absolutely no chance to get this victory. And it's going to be very sad because the Magic were on their way. We really get to see that Franz Wagner is very, very important. He might be more important than Paolo. And some Magic fans will be able to tell me that they do agree with that. It's completely over for the Magic. There's no more that they'll be able to do. They're going to have to break up the team. They're going to have to do something. Because the year that you really thought it was your year, which would be this year, in the 8th seed I thought you guys were the perfect matchup, or Detroit was the perfect matchup for you. If you wanted to be the 8th seed, you know what would have happened with the Boston Celtics? They're going to a Game 7 as well, but they would have killed you guys 4-1 easy. They got your number. But this might have been the easiest path that the Magic had in years to go to the Eastern Conference Finals, and they blew it last night. They blew it last night. There's nothing they can say to explain what happened to that organization and that team last night. I don't know how they're going to come back from this. There's no way they go into Detroit and are able to pull out a win. The spread is already out. It's -8 Detroit. Now, although I do want to say Detroit does cover the spread, being home, if I was anybody and anybody out there, I'd take them for the half. Detroit at the half, whatever the spread is, probably 4.5, maybe 5.5. I'll take that because they're going to be rocking in there. The Magic are hurt right now. The Magic are supposed to be Orlando Magic, Orlando. They're not. None of that is going on right now. And it's going to be tough for them to take that flight, go on down, Game 7. It's looking like not too long ago, man. What year was this? Maybe 1-2 years ago, the Magic were in a Game 7. I think it was against the Cavaliers. We know what they do in Game 7s. We know what Orlando does in Game 7s. This is really, really, really bad for the city right now. Last night was the first time I ever, while living in Orlando, being here, going to Magic games that I've ever even heard of on TV or actually being there, the fans booing their team. I never heard the Magic fans boo the Magic. Never. Last night, the Orlando fans were booing their team. That's going to be something to talk about for a very, very, very long time. And I don't know how they come back from this. Paolo might be gone. Only person safe is Franz. That should be the only person safe. I didn't see John Moran at that game last night. Desmond Bane. I said I didn't like the trade. I still don't. I'm not saying he's not good, but the Magic got a whole bunch of X factors on their team. That's it. They don't have a real superstar. They don't, and this is why year after year after year after year they go through this. We got to pray for the city of Orlando. Don't pray for the Magic because they did this to themselves. Pray for the city of Orlando. 22-point lead, folks. 22-point lead at halftime. They only scored 19 points in the third and the fourth quarter combined. The second half was 19 points. There's no way that you win a game like that. There's no way. We gotta just I don't know what to say because, watching that game, I couldn't believe it. I just knew that after missing 20 shots rather, even though when the game was tied, I just knew the Magic were going to pull it off. I just knew that, and they didn't. So we'll see that game. I believe that game is if not tomorrow, Monday, and we'll see what the Magic have. Everybody will be locked in for that game. But I can assure you, Detroit basketball is moving on to the next round. Unbelievable, folks.